Hello friends, welcome to CSS tutorial. In this video we are going to see how to select element based on adjacent sibling selector. So select element adjacent to other element. So select element adjacent to other element. So that's what we are going to do here. So in the child selector, we specified the parent and asked it to select all the child. Now we will use the adjacent element selector here. The adjacent sibling selector. So that's the name we call it. Adjacent sibling picks the element which is next to a specific element. Same, previously we saw the UL, right? UL tag that contained multiple list element, right? So adjacent sibling means here let's take 3, 1, 2 and 3. So the parent is unordered list and these are all the 3 child that comes under the unsorted list. So unordered list li, there are 3 child, and we can call this L1 is a sibling to other 2 and middle one which is sibling for top and bottom. The same way for bottom it is sibling for the above 2. So adjacent sibling selector picks element which is next to a specific element. So if you specify the first element, it will pick the next adjacent one. For example, H1 plus P. So that's how you have to specify the adjacent sibling selector. H1 plus P selects the paragraph in a document which comes next to the H1 tag. So in this case, if we take H1 as the tag, and after this H1 tag, let's state that there are multiple P tags and there are some UL tag and one more H2 and H1. Let's take like this. And here if you see the tag which is next to H1 is P, this one will get picked. Now we will explore the adjacent sibling selector here. So here if you want to select the first list element for UL, specify UL plus list item. So this plus here denotes the adjacent element selector. Adjacent element or adjacent sibling selector, ASS. Okay, now H2 plus P. So that means H2 here is the parent and P tag is the sibling. So adjacent sibling means whatever comes first after the H2. I mean after H2 the first paragraph. So that's what this means. So here is the selector which denotes first paragraph after the H2, and here is the rule, and in the example if you see we have H2 but that contains 2 paragraphs. So we can say, so these paragraphs are under same level, right? So we can call this as sibling 1 and this is sibling 2. H2 plus P means whatever is the adjacent sibling to the H2. So to the H2 the adjacent sibling is P. So this will get selected. So H2 and P is also in the same level. So this will get selected. So here I specified UL plus LI, right? Here it won't work the way we want because it is not adjacent sibling. LI is not adjacent sibling. It is a child of parent. So here we cannot use, but in this case we can use H2 and P. Both are under same level. So we can say they are sibling. If this is contained inside the body tag, all this tag, we can say all these are sibling tags to the same parent body. So adjacent sibling means whatever comes next to H2 plus P. So the very first element here, P paragraph tag, that is picked, and here also we have paragraph, but it is not a adjacent sibling of H2. So P is not selected here. So H2 plus P means from H2 move to the very first P tag and pick it when they both are in the same level. So the style here is color is red, and we asked it to underline, and you can see how it is applied to a specific paragraph. We have two paragraphs, right? For this paragraph it is not applied, but for the first paragraph the rule is applied. Rule means the rule mode. Now we will go to the demo. So this is our sixth example. So here is our HTML content, and we have H1 P, H2 P, and there is one more P, and there are UL tag and list tag. Here in this case, if we take body as the parent, the siblings are H1 P, H2 P, and this P tag. UL LI will not come as a sibling. Why? Because for body tag UL is in the same level. So that's all, and we call these as adjacent sibling. So P is adjacent sibling to H1, H2 is adjacent sibling to the previous paragraph tag, and P is adjacent sibling to H2, right? So this UL is adjacent sibling to the previous paragraph, and these are all the list items which are adjacent to each other. Now we will go to the style rule. Here if you see, we defined the style rule for H2 plus P paragraph tag which is adjacent to H2. So all paragraph tag. So this is H2. We have only one H2 and one paragraph which is next to H2. So if I run this now, you can see it is applied to a paragraph that is coming next to H2. Say for example, if we introduce a H2 here, heading 3, and if we run it again, you can see both paragraph is applied with this style. So even in future, if you add some paragraph next to H2, that will also get this style. Now let us change this as H1P, because we have a paragraph for so this is H1 and paragraph next to H1 is this is a sample paragraph, the first paragraph. Now let's run this, and if you see, the style is applied to the paragraph that comes next to heading 1. So that's the adjacent sibling selector. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.